on the RPO. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Right at the line. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Punt is on its way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Buckeyes offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Tight end now in motion. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Long way to go on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Setting up the screen. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Making his first move. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Makes the grab. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minute.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Unloads to the right. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Drops back. It's Stockton. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
Gonna look downfield again. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sayin. Smith's got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Wants to throw one first. Finds the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. They're all over him. He gets away. Inside the 45. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Fires quickly, and they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing, Sayin. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. Rushes on. Short gain on the play before he slides.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Reese, great energy in that building and a fun first half in this Idaho Potato Bowl. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Liberty Bowl.
Things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to Frazier. Got the 1st down. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big one.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the catch, it's Johnson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's Sayin. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
From the gun on third down, Sayin. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Again, it's Sayin. Turns it upfield.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Hard running there. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Second and long here. Sayin back to the air. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
Fires left. It's caught. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Again, it's Sayin. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a one-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Fires to the tight end. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. complex in Honolulu. What a way to finish your season in paradise and perhaps with a victory in the Hawaii Bowl. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the Texas Longhorns offense will be first on the attack. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Well, I know there are a lot of schools every year that try to make the claim that they are DBU, but when you look at this team and this defense, David, each and every year, the talent is just outrageous, and this might be the actual DBU. Guys that can run, they've got length, man coverage zone, whatever you want, these guys have it.
Yeah, it's really nice to cope.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning from the gun on third down. Slings it downfield. Left side is Townsend. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll give it to Brown. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Manning. Nice play to knock that one down. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Manning. On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 3rd and 4. Throwing Manning. Rolls right. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Still scoreless here after this offense has dominated time of possession as we take a look at the first quarter stats. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll run with Brown. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Alabama's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Makes the grab. It's Edwards.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Hill. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Austin Mack. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Mack. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Motion from the back. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, gonna throw it. The short hands, it's Brown. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Poor starting field position here for this offense. They'll go play action with Mack. Between the hashes, it's Rodgers. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They're working that left side. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Mack. Got a man, it's Edwards. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Dropping back, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Look out. He's got it inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make myself? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Reese, talk about drawing a plum assignment. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways this Hawaii Bowl has lived up to expectations. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Hawaii Bowl.
Deep in the end zone, it's Scott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Throwing, Mack. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Trying to establish the run. Past the 6. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Austin Mack. The sure hands, it's Rodgers. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to pass on second down. Under pressure. Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for room. It's Smothers. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Play action. Here's Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Townsend. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Quick give. It's Smothers. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Second and long here. They'll give it on the counter.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Mack. Left side is Edwards. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Back to throw. It's Mack. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. On the run, it's Smothers. There's a crease. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll run it on the counter. They make the stop, but not before he gets the first down, and that should be enough to bring home a bowl trophy. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. The final chapter of a long season for these 2 squads in the Gasparilla Bowl. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Notre Dame's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. A couple of big-time signal callers on display, and we expect a lot of points to be put up in this one.
Well, I think the biggest thing that makes this game fun to watch is you've got 2 programs going head-to-head known for developing elite quarterbacks, and you've got 2 examples of that in this one. This is one of those games, David, you're not going to want to blink because these guys, I think, are going to be lighting it up. They're going to be taking shots, being aggressive, and it easily could come down to which of these 2 has the ball last.
And here's the thing. I get it, and who has the ball last, but I'm more interested to see who handles the nerves first because this is big time. We're talking about who the better guy is, pumping up both QBs Who can handle that in the beginning of the game, get settled in, start off on the right foot, and don't make those mistakes?
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Oregon's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Dante Moore. And what a matchup it's going to be, because Leonard Moore is one of the top cover guys in all of college football. They'll go play action with Moore. Got the quick pass. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play, he can make it. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not to make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level. It's first-round draft pick type stuff.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Out wide right, it's Hooks. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Running behind those pads. He gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Long way to go on second down. Right back to it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide left, it's Johnson. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, the quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field. Because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. Trying to pound it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Ducks! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
Here's Carr to throw. Here comes the Heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Connection to the right. Lots of running room. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And boy, did they finish with a huge play in the passing game, scoring from 85 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking down the middle. Hold. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. With the draw, it's Coleman Williams.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. They knock him down right there.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Right side, it's Stewart. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Moore. Got it behind the line. It's Davison. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make... All these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Moore to the air. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Finds his target. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Again, it's Moore. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Talk about an edge of your seat type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Throwing more. Left side, it's Johnson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hits inside, it's Hill. Nowhere to go.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Moore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Carr. Catch in the middle, it's Flanagan. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. to stretch the lead.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he'll bring it back. And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second and long here. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Throwing, Carr. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the two. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Moore will throw. Grab behind the line. It's Davison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
Trying to get behind the defense. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Running inside, it's Williams. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got it. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. Fourth down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the fourth down.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's Moore to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. 4th down, Moore. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages and try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking deep. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Dante Moore. Here's a throw downfield late. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw again. Hauls it in. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moore. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback, but sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck, but that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch, and I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
He wants it all. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. And the Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Throwing more. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football.
Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the two-point conversion to tie.
Great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best two-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
The last touchdown only part of the battle. Now the two-point try to tie the game. Moore to the air again. He's got it. The two is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up with clutch plays, the touchdown and the two-point conversion in the final minute. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run inside. It's Danzy. Got enough for the first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The give is to Williams. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
They'll run it on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively and try to have success on third down?
Carr from the gun on third down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
He puts it through, and they take the lead in overtime. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they got on first down. Straight ahead, it's Davison. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at second and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Moore to throw. Out wide right, it's Stewart. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Moore to the air. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
First and goal and a touchdown will win it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.